I'm Mark here, cooking books, bringing info. It's been a minute since I put up a video. Just been grinding, busy working. Uh, as a result of my busyness, I've actually just published my book. It's called Nature versus Nurture by moi. Okay. If you want to purchase it, go to lulu.com. That's LULU.com. Lulu.com, and you can purchase Nature versus Nurture, written by yours truly, and I think you'll enjoy it. Okay. Uh, the theme of the book is, the name is kind of self-explanatory: nature versus nurture. Okay. Is it nature, your biology, or is it nurture, your environment, that determines who you are today? So that question is expounded upon in this book. I'm not going to give you the gist. I'm not going to give you any sweeteners or any teasers. Get the book. If you've been following me, you subscribe to my channel and you like the work that I'm putting in, get the book. All right? Support the brother, support the cause. I just finished studying this, Think and Grow Rich. These are some of my favorites. The Alchemist and The Power of Now. And these are just some of the books that I just, well, not just, but I read them years ago. I read them months. I read them recently. I like to reread books. I like to go back and study them. So there's a lot of times when we read books, if we go back and we reread them, there's things that you miss, not because you rushed or hastily read the book the first time, but your brain probably just wasn't developed or matured or acclimated, as it is today, right? So sometimes, it's not necessarily that the seeds are bad or anything like that. It's the soil. So the soil of your mind probably wasn't well cultivated when you read it the first time, or for a variety of reasons, right? So I'm rereading all three of these. I actually finished rereading them. I'm currently reading this. This is The Road to Reality by Roger Penrose, and this is really a dense read, very dense read, but I'm tackling that now. All right. So I also read The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and I want to talk a little bit about that. The power of the subconscious mind, right? A buddy of mine, we were talking about this about a week ago. Excuse me. So I just want to break that down. I'm not going to take too long. I'll limit myself to maybe 10 minutes or so. All right, I'm at the 3-minute mark now, so let's go. The power of the subconscious mind. All right. First thing first. All of our actions, right? 90%, 95% of our actions are governed by the subconscious mind. 5% by the conscious mind. Now, what is the subconscious mind? What is the conscious mind? First of all, let me give you an analogy. Let's say Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather represents your subconscious mind. We're just gonna bear with me, all right? Indulge me. Let's say Floyd Mayweather represents your subconscious mind. Orbiting Floyd Mayweather, every time you see him walking around, there's about 8 or 9 muscle-bound big bodyguards, right? There's probably like 9, 10, whatever. There's a number of big, gigantic guys that orbits Mayweather, right? Those big guys, 9, 10, whatever the number is, that are orbiting Mayweather, they are analogous of the conscious mind. So Mayweather represents the subconscious mind. His bodyguards, the security, they represent the conscious mind. This is how we are structured and organized as a human being, as a species, as a being. Light being, not human. We're not human, but that's another video. So so his security guard represents the conscious mind. Subconscious mind Mayweather represents the subconscious mind. Now, the reason why I'm using that is because his security guards are your conscious mind. Your conscious mind, they play the role of his security guards. They keep everything out. Okay, I want that to really marinate. Your conscious mind is your security guards. It's the Mayweather security guards. Your conscious mind is a group of security guards, bodyguards, and their job is to keep things out. Keep things out. or not or, and not just not or, it's not either or, it's and filter what gets in. So your consciousness, your conscious mind protects the subconscious mind. His security guards protect Mayweather. The conscious mind protects the subconscious mind. It says what can come in and what cannot come in, what is kept out, what is allowed in, right? What is allowed to permeate, to penetrate, and what is kept out. Conscious mind. The subconscious mind runs the show, just like Mayweather. Mayweather calls the shots. Whatever room he walks into with his security guard, that guy calls the shots. He's the shot caller, right? He is the alpha male. He is the dominant one, right? All those big bodyguards, they have the muscles, the size, the intimidation factor. But at the end of the day, the small guy that's in the in the middle, which is Mayweather, little tiny guy, he's the one that calls the shots. He is the one that is determining the outcome of everything. But your conscious mind is the protector and the filter. But the subconscious mind is what really calls the shots. And this analogy is I guess it's a good analogy because, again, Mayweather, the little guy, you got the big bodyguards, they keep everyone out, but the little guy calls the shots. Your subconscious mind runs the show, right? Your subconscious mind is what determines everything, everything. Your conscious mind is only is aware of what's coming in, and it determines what because again, the conscious mind is on alert, right? It's security guard. It's I can't stress that enough. So let's remove the analogy now, remove the Mayweathers and the security guards, and let's just talk scientifically. So your conscious mind is the aware aspect of your mind. The conscious mind is the part of the mind, the aspect of the mind that is aware, alert, and it makes decisions. What could come in, what could come out, it filters. There's a bias, a prejudice, it prejudges. Your subconscious mind does none of that. It is strictly a shot call. It runs the show. Uh, Unlike your conscious mind, which filters and makes decisions and discriminates and prejudges, and there's a bias, there's a prejudice, partiality, impartiality. Your subconscious mind does none of that. But because it is the most powerful aspect of the mind, the subconscious mind is a creative force. Let me say that again. Your subconscious mind is a creative force because your subconscious mind is your God mind. What I mean by that is we know that God is a creator. The very nature of God is creation, right? If you study if you have any kind of biblical background, time won't allow me to go too far into the biblical aspects. But if you have just a rudimentary understanding of bibliology, you'll know the nature of God is to create. God is a creator. That God is a creator, right? And that's just fundamental and root. You don't have to be a Bible scholar. You don't have to be scholastic to know this. So, uh, the subconscious mind is that God aspect of the mind. It is the creative mind. The subconscious mind can only create. That's what it does. It simply takes what the secured consciousness, the security guards, allows to come in. Your conscious mind encounters someone, something, a situation, and it makes a determination. And it allows whatever the event or the situation, whatever the impression, the image, it allows it in to your subconscious mind. So whether you're watching a movie, listening to music, or visual, because remember, everything that comes into the conscious mind comes in by means of the five senses. No, 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 no. It also comes in by means of the sixth sense, and we'll discuss that in a second. But your five senses are the receptors of the entire organism, right? That allows your five senses interact with your environment and allows things from your environment either to be filtered and let into the subconscious mind or rebutted and rebuffed from the subconscious mind. So uh, whether you're seeing something and you use the sense of sight or the sense of smell or the sense of taste or the sense of hearing or the sense of touch, you're allowing things into the subconscious mind by means of one of the five senses. The sixth sense is your imagination, the imaginary mind, right? That's the aspect that you have that you're constantly using. But just you're not aware that you're using it. We're always using the imagination, but you're using it on a subconscious level, or you're using it on a non-conscious level, which is the same thing, or you're involuntarily using it. But that's the sixth sense. Most people, you never hear people talk about the sixth sense. We talk about the five because the five are what's the five senses are relegated. Yes, relegated and regulated by the three-dimensional reality in which we operate and exist. The sixth sense operates outside of three-dimensionality. It's more into the metaphysics. This is why it's not really taught in your science class, your biology class, or your microbiology class. You don't really find it in your standard formal academics or academia or formal institutions. You're not going to find that being taught in colleges typically. You might, but you generally don't. And the reason why is because the sixth sense is not, again, it's not really in your books, right? Your mainstream books, right? My audience is intelligent, so you know what I mean. It's not generally going to be found in your mainstream books. So we're going to keep it to the five senses for now. So your five senses are what interacts with your environment, allows things to be brought into the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the guard, and it determines what comes in and what is told to, you know, vacate the premises, right? And what comes in goes from the conscious mind to your subconscious mind. And once it gets into your subconscious minds create the physical equivalence of whatever it is that's being brought in. So uh, things show up in your life. It's not by accident. It's not by coincidence. It's not by chance, happenstance, or some serendipity. It is showing up into your life because it is being, or it has been, or have seeped in to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind has been churning out the physical equivalence, right? Uh, or the physical counterpart of that which has seeped into it, which is the subconscious mind. Now, notice I use the word seeped into. uh, there's a there's a reason why I say that. Excuse me. There's a reason why I say that. I say that because I use the word seep because, excuse me one second. Your subconscious mind is programmed. It's being programmed every single day, all day, every day. Even while you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is being programmed. Your subconscious mind is like it's another analogy. It's like an ear that is always listening. It's like an eye that is always watching. It's like a nose that is always smelling. It is like your tongue that is always tasting. Your subconscious mind never sleeps. It is always listening, seeing, smelling, tasting, receiving whatever is being given to it. Your conscious mind, like I said, protects your subconscious mind. So in order for things, and this is why practicing affirmations is good, visualizing is good, transcendental meditation is good. Any form of meditation I would not knock, right? But these things by themselves will not work. Here's why. Or I'm not gonna say they won't work, but they won't have. They're not the most effective way to train your subconscious mind. And why is this? Because remember, your conscious mind is the mind that keeps things out. It guards, it protects, it rebuffs, it rebuttals, it argues. If you say I am a millionaire, your conscious mind is going to start arguing. Well, your conscious mind is going to go off of what your environment, right? Because remember, it receives by the senses. So you're really not going, even though you're saying that you're conscious that you're not. You're very conscious that you're not a millionaire. I am whatever, your affirmation. I am successful beyond my wildest dreams, right? I want a million ideas, whatever. Your conscious mind goes off of what it is, the five senses, what is it aware of. So it's not really going into the subconscious mind because it's being interrupted by the conscious mind. And so this is why these things alone won't work. In order to program the subconscious mind, here's the trick. Here's how you have to program the subconscious mind. Think about when you're a child. When you're a child, remember the minute you start being fashioned in the womb, your subconscious mind is being conditioned, right, by your mom and your dad, and things that is being passed through the umbilical cord, et cetera, et cetera. But as you start to grow up, your subconscious mind is being programmed, and here's the word. Here's the key term that you have to focus on. This is how you have to tap into your subconscious mind. We're all being programmed in the subconscious mind subliminally, subliminally. Keep saying it. That's the word. That's the trick. When when you're being programmed and we're not aware of it, because hence the word subliminal. The word sub means below, right? Subliminal messaging, subliminal messaging. Our subconscious mind is being programmed on a subliminal level. And the reason why it has to be programmed subliminally is so that it can, whatever the message is that needs to get into the subconscious mind, it can undercut, it can go around the conscious mind, right? So subliminal messages are below a level of awareness, below a level of consciousness. So your subconscious mind, in order for you to reprogramming your subconscious mind must be done the same way it was programmed in the first place, which is subliminal. Because if the powers that be, if society, whatever, wants to program your subconscious mind, they can't come and just tell you what they want you to believe. I mean, they can, but chances are it won't work because your conscious mind, remember, your conscious mind is going to rebuff it. It's going to rebut. It's going to put up a whoa. There's going to be the Mayweather bodyguards. But in order to get through the bodyguards to Mayweather, the subconscious, you have to create some form of distraction, right? So you have to distract the bodyguards. You have to distract the consciousness. And in so distracting the consciousness, then you can seep, that's why I use that word, you can seep the message in to the subconscious mind, which is Mayweather, which is the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind having no discriminatory nature, it does not have a discriminatory nature. It will churn out what is given to it, whether it is good, whether it is bad, doesn't matter. It deals with both polarity, right? It deals with both polarization equally. There is no discrimination, whether it's a negative uh, message that's being sent to it or a positive entity or energy that's being sent to it. There is no discrimination between the both. The subconscious mind will simply take it and it will manifest whatever that message is or whatever that goal, that dream, the objective, whatever it is you want. It will take it and it will simply, and how this works is this. You heard about the laws of attraction, but I'm going to go one little deeper. How it works is the subconscious mind will find entities in the environment. These entities, we'll call them frequencies, right? Or invisible particles, right? Or atoms, ethereal atoms, right? And it will attract all the necessary parts, particles, atoms, ethereal frequencies to the goal or the desire that you have given to it or that has subliminally made its way to it. It will find other matching frequencies in the environment and go through a process of what's called coagulation. Coagulation is simply water going from a liquid to a solid, ice. Jello, the liquid jello, being placed in a fridge, and then a few hours later, it coagulates into gel, which is a solid. So that's all coagulation means. It's a fancy way to say that you convert what is invisible into material. So the subconscious mind will find all the right frequencies, right, or which are just invisible particles or ethereal particles in the environment, and it will coagulate them, and that's what we call manifestation. Voila, right? That's how the power of the subconscious mind works. I can go on a lot more because I've been diving deep into the subconscious mind, research, all these books, and I wrote my own book, and so 20-minute mark. I said I was going to do 10. Clearly, I doubled up. So I'm going to end it now. Get my book one more time. Nature versus Nurture, written by me. Uh, Purchase it, and if you like it, get on my YouTube channel and leave a comment. Right, give me your honest critique, good or bad, doesn't matter. There is no such thing as bad critiquing of my book. There is no such thing as bad. Uh, Please, definitely get the book. Show me some support. All right. Till next time. You don't know how to do. I cook the books. We're gonna info. Peace.